Alright, what's up, people? So, in Milwaukee, got everything packed last minute, so I didn't film like what I'm taking. On my way to Menominee Falls. Gonna camp out there and document the journey. Do some hiking, camping, see what's going on. So, we'll randomly kind of shoot some film as I'm riding. It's a 2-hour long bike ride. Got all of my gear, hammock camping, and yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So backpack's a little heavy. I packed a little too much, but I just want to be on the safe side because I've never been out here. So let's see what's going on. 2-hour long bike ride. Not gonna be fun, but we'll see what's up. I will catch you guys soon.
Video start.
All right, so following this trail, and it looks like for quite a while. So hopefully it's pretty smooth like this. Got some music going off in the background. Hopefully I don't get whacked on this video for copyright. Probably will, we'll see. But yeah, so far it's pretty relaxing, it's gorgeous. We'll just keep filming, and I'm excited, man. Super stoked. So once we get to where we're going, we'll get the hammock set up. I'll show you guys that. Got a pretty sweet hammock set up. We'll kind of run through the gear that I brought since I wasn't able to do that beforehand. I wanted to, but we'll do it once we get to the campground. So, see you soon.
Video start. Continue straight to stay on Oak Lake Trail. Continue on Oak Lake Trail for 4 miles.
Yeah, so we're going to be on this trail for quite some time. Supposed to be pretty nice bike trail out there, and then, like you said, a lot of hiking, a bunch of waterfalls. So I'm excited to see that. Backpack definitely is heavy as shit. Packed way too much for kind of a day and a half. Left later than I wanted to. Ordered a few things from Amazon last minute. I had to wait for them to get to the house. Otherwise, I'd have left earlier. We're looking at about 5 o'clock. So we should get to where I'm going close to 7. Should give me plenty of time to get everything set up and get some firewood, start a little fire, and make dinner. Maybe if we can do that fast enough, maybe go explore a little bit. So, see you soon.
Video start.
It's so peaceful out. It's nice being on the trail too, because it blocks off pretty much most of the sun. So it keeps the ride cool. Definitely pass through a lot of towns. Like I said before, I didn't plan this. Originally, I was supposed to go with a few friends hiking out here, and that canceled. So I kind of jumped online to see how far of a bike ride. It's like 2 hours. I'm like, all right, whatever. And then last night, kind of a last minute decision. I was just like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going. So quick jumped on Amazon, ordered some freeze-dried meals. Normally I'd order them from a company that I work with, but I didn't have time for shipping. So grabbed a few of those, and as soon as Amazon got here, I already had everything packed. Just needed to grab that package and be on my way. I totally have no idea where I'm going. I do have GPS on, but I've never been out here. No idea what to expect. It's kind of a first for that. Normally I plan better, kind of know what's around me. You know, especially like food-wise, I wouldn't have packed my meals and stuff. I would have just stopped at a grocery store. This way it keeps the bag lighter. It's really what makes it heavy is the food. But I have no idea how close I am to anything once I get to where I'm going, so threw everything in there. So no electricity where I'm at, so we're relying on battery chargers. I gotta walk to get water, so we'll see how that is. But definitely, like, I have a nice backpack, but I definitely want to purchase the Hyperlight Mountain Gear backpack. It'll be about a pound lighter, pound and a half lighter, just on the pack itself. So doing stuff like this, you know, I mean, every ounce counts, especially on a, you know, a long distance bike ride or long distance hike. My plan is to bike across country and then document that next season. So getting the rest of the gear that I still need, and then doing little mini excursions like this just to kind of practice, be in shape, see what works, what doesn't, what I need, what I don't. Like I said, I packed extra shit. Normally I wouldn't have done that, but it was last minute. I didn't know what I was going to need or not. So yeah.
Video start.
Alright, well, first obstacle. Not what I expected. Fuck. That's what it's gonna look like during a zombie apocalypse. Oosh. Definitely a lot of gear. I don't want to fall down there. All right, well, onward bound.
Video start.
All right, first turn. First turn and out in the sun. Not fun. So what I'm trying to do, since this pack is so goddamn heavy, I got a little bit of space on the bike seat. I'm kind of trying to rest it on the bike seat a little bit, just to take some of that weight off the tops of my shoulders. Maybe if I had some bungee cords, I'd put it on the bike rack on the back. But I do have some other stuff. I got the bike bags full of stuff, and I got my day bag kind of bungee corded to the top, so kind of no room. This part's not very pretty. Still peaceful. A lot of people, a lot of bikers, a lot of runners I've passed so far. That's what's nice about these big long trails. They go for miles and miles. They're pretty chill. So yeah.
Video start.
Alright, so just got off the trail and I'm on a main road. I'm going to follow this for 3 miles. So I think I'm about 22 miles total that I have to ride. I have 13 miles left. So estimated time, if I keep this pace, which let's hope, will be just a little bit after 7 p.m. that I'll arrive at Menominee Park. I don't even know what town I'm in now. But we'll figure it out. So 3 miles of this, and then we'll see where it takes us. So let me try to, I don't know. To my right, there's so I'm in Brown Deer, Wisconsin. Yeah, I just got stopped by a Brown Deer police officer. Nice guy, super nice dude. Just checking to see if I'm alright. Thought maybe I might have been homeless. I obviously fucking look homeless right now. And he was gonna offer me money. He thought I was homeless and was gonna give me a few bucks to get something to eat. But told him I was on a little 2-day excursion. So he came up, I seen him too in a parking lot. I had a feeling I was gonna get pulled over, and I I heard the car coming up next to me, and I couldn't get the camera on in time, but yeah. So I've had that happen before, where I've actually been on a little bit of a hike and got stopped because they wanted to make sure I was all right, not in need of any type of help or anything. So, all right, well, we're fucking 40 minutes into the trip, and first police interaction. Good shit, good shit. But yeah, so we're in Brown Deer, Wisconsin. Oosh. Hard to film and ride. Definitely don't like being on a main road like this, but whatever. All right, on to the next town.
Video start.
All right, well, I took my first break. I'm fucking dying. This backpack is ridiculous. So there's the pack. It's heavy as fuck, like I said. The bike. So I just had to rearrange some stuff. Yeah, so just under an hour to go, and we'll be at the destination, but I needed a break. So definitely packed too much, and it's uncomfortable as shit, but whatever. Learning experience. Will be way lighter once I get rid of some of this food. Like I said, I normally don't bring, like, I'll bring some food, but not a lot, and I'll normally have everything planned out, and I'll stop somewhere when I get close to where I'm going. This way I don't have, you know, all this stuff on my back, whether I'm riding or hiking. So but yeah, you know, pretty homeless looking. So brought the press bag, which is my day bag for hiking anyway. It's ultralight bag. The bike bags, the little saddle bags, are full of stuff. And I kind of rigged up some water bottle systems on there. I tried this leg bag thing, or leg pouch, but it kept slipping off. I use it when I film protests and whatever, but wearing shorts like this really didn't work. So but yeah, so I took the tarp and my little camping chair off the bag. It's normally like attached to the bottom there, but I took that off, and then the water bottles that I have inside the bag, I kind of refilled up the ones on the bike. So took a couple small things out. It's not gonna make that much of a difference, but you know, whatever. It's a little bit lighter on my back for now. So once I start eating some of this food and whatever, we'll get rid of some of this weight. But yeah, so under an hour, back on the trail. It was kind of it's like 3.5 miles on the main street, and then kind of had to cut over to get back on the trail. And so yeah, we'll see where that takes me. I really am not seeing signs for like cities that I'm going through, so I really have no idea where I'm at. But yeah, so a little bit behind schedule. Whatever. I'm really in no hurry. As long as I get there before dark and can get everything set up. So, but yeah, other than that, strap this thing back on my back and headed back out. So here we go.
Video start.
been a lot of this, like zigzagging across these busy roads to stay on this trail.
Continue on Oak Leaf Trail for half a mile.
So definitely a difference in this pack. Taking that tarp and chair off, the little like tea kettle. That thing's like super bulky, but I've had that thing forever. It was one of the first items I bought that like I wasn't sure about because it's bulky. And it's just like ridiculous. But that thing's been with me for a while, and I love that thing. So it's kind of, I could spend money on like a collapsible one, which I might do. But it's kind of like one of those where it's just like, it's the one thing that I need to like be able to boil my water. I got my little cook pot, I'll show you guys. And then I have my hiking shoes on, but then I have these kind of like nice durable sandals. I've been on hikes where I've had to cross rivers, so they're kind of like, they're heavy as shit, but they're nice. So until I can find maybe a lighter pair, but I had those like on the outside of the backpack, and I took those off. So just taking those few items off, considerable difference in weight. So I'll show you guys the tarp once I get everything set up, and I'll kind of explain the tarp and what I have going on with that, why this thing sucks. But last minute I had to do what I had to do. So, but yeah, big difference in weight on my back right now. So like I said, it's just like everything comes down to ounces. Oh look, another hill. That's the other thing, it's been like hill after hill after hill. So here's a Sam's Club. So I would imagine there's like a Walmart nearby. So if I do this again, I'll have to map out a Walmart and not carry as much with me for
In 600 feet,
the
slice
fucking
left to stay on Oak Leaf Trail.
11 miles that I've ridden. But, alright. Big giant hill, I gotta focus. I'll be back.
Video start.
Alright, so just over that hill. Now I'm basically following this highway, which is super sketch. I mean, I'm on the trail, but still sketch. There was just a car, like right before I shut that camera off, there was a car driving in oncoming traffic. That was fucking crazy. So, I'm coming under 94. Still have no idea what city I'm in. I'm gonna end up taking a hard right up here.
Turn right onto West Fond du Lac Avenue.
I'm about 45 minutes away.
Continue on West Fond du Lac Avenue for 1.5 miles.
1.5 miles on this road. Alright, so 8 miles left. 8 miles left. Here we go.
Video start.
Alright, so
Turn left.
cutting through this park, follow the trail system. Let's see what this is about. Normally, my GPS freaks out on these trail systems coming into these parks. And I end up in circles. So we'll see what this has in store. It's like a wedding. Huh.
Oh no.
Turn left, then turn right.
That was a little odd. Alright. See where we're going.
Turn right.
Oh. I think I need this.
For half a mile.
Here it is. Wish I knew what town I was in. I don't know. Half hour away. Almost there. That break definitely put me behind schedule. Big time. Alright, here we go.
Video start.
Alright.
Turn left.
Well, I'm crossing over the Menominee River. And then I'm going to be following that.
In a quarter mile, slight left.
And I'm guessing I am in Menomonee Falls, because the Menomonee Falls Police Department is not far from here. So I've made it to the city, I guess, that I want to be in. Now we got to find Menominee Park. So basically, I'm camping in Menominee Park, and then we gotta go into the town to find the waterfall trails. So once I get the camp set up, then we'll figure that out. But there's the river. I don't know how well you guys can see. But that's what I'm following the river. So not too far away from where I'm
Slight left.
going. Almost there. Almost there.
Video start.
All right. We have officially made it to what they call Bugline Trail. So this is the main trail system that's out here. there's supposed to be some like railroad trail. There's a history behind like a railway out here. So when we get to camp, I'll kind of fill you in on all that. But 2.5 miles. And about an hour behind schedule. There's definitely some big ass hills out here, which being on the bike makes it a bit difficult, especially with this pack. Out of the sun, so it's a lot cooler here. Gone through surprisingly only 3 water bottles. It's kind of a good thing leaving as late as I did. The temperature cooled down a bit. I really wanted to leave earlier in the morning. This way I would have had a full day out here. It would have, essentially been a full 2 days, because if I would have left in the morning, I would have had the whole rest of today to set up camp, explore, and then all day tomorrow. Yeah. But that's all right. Custer Lane. So yeah, behind me I hit 2 pretty steep hills, so I had to walk the bike. So between doing that like 3 or 4 times and then that break I took to readjust this backpack, it took me, and getting stopped by the cop, it took me about an hour behind. That's all right. Like I said, it was last minute adventure anyway. Just plan better for next time. This, like I said before, I've never just said fuck it and let's just go last minute. So we'll see. Got about 2 miles left. Almost there.
Video start.
All right. Had to take a second because I'm on the trail and I looked to my left and I found something fucking just amazingly gorgeous. So I'm sure you guys have seen these before, but I believe it's a rock quarry. how beautiful that water looks. That's so crazy. Unbelievable. It's really pretty. So there were some no trespassing signs. It'd be nice to be able to get down there, but yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to. But absolutely gorgeous. So beautiful, beautiful. That's why we're out here, to see beauty. Almost there.
Video start.
All right, we are at Menominee Park. Now, find the campsite. So I had to pay for this ahead of time. So for today and tomorrow, $40. Seems a little pricey for no electric. But we have arrived. Behind schedule, but we're here. So we'll get a hammock set up and then figure out where the water is and the bathrooms. Oh, God damn it. Hang on, we lost some stuff.
Video start.
All right, let's try that again. So because the freeze-dried food came late, I just threw it on the back of the bike. All right. I'm gonna figure out where
In
the
a quarter mile, turn left.
the camping is. Alright, so this is the main area of the park. Picnic areas. I don't know. This way?
In 200 feet, turn left onto Park Drive.
Okay. See, GPS got me a little weird.
Turn left onto Park Drive. In 800 feet, turn left.
Couldn't just make a sidewalk?
left, then you'll arrive at your destination.
Scuba diving, archery area, Legacy Forest. Alright, now we gotta find the campsite.
You've arrived.
Thank God. So, I don't know. I need to be over here. Way on the other side. It looks like I'm here. I'm going to be over here. Somehow. Okay. Well, we'll figure it out.
Video start.
Alright, well, so I ended up chatting with somebody over by that map. And I'm trying to find the camping area. I rode down the road a little bit, but this sign up here says the campground is this way. But this is the way I came in. So unless it's back by those people, but we gotta hurry, otherwise I'm gonna be setting up in the dark here pretty soon. It's just not the end of the world, but I also wanted to figure out where I'm supposed to buy firewood. They said it was like $7 a bundle. So I really want to have a fire tonight. Yeah, see, campgrounds, beach. Alright, well, at least there's a sign. Yeah, it's like getting darker by the second. So, I've set up a million times in the dark, but it's in like places that I know. And I don't really know. There's like when you book these, there's a picture of the campsite, but you're not really getting kind of a clear image of it. See, I came from there. Maybe it's... Alright, I gotta ask somebody, see if somebody knows. Alright, good morning, good morning, good morning. So, what time is it? It is 7 a.m. I was up at 6:30. I didn't sleep very well. I don't sleep good in new environments the first night. But so behind me, I've got the hammock. Now, I set up in the dark. I didn't have the tarp on because it was just too much to do in pitch blackness. It's super dark over here, which is pretty cool. Got the fire started, grabbed a bite to eat, and then went in the hammock, watched some YouTube, and just chilled. This morning, though, however, I was woken up to a little bit of drizzle, so quickly jumped up, threw the tarp on. Now, the tarp that I want is a few $100. So I just picked up a cheesy, shit-ass blue tarp from Walmart. It cost me like $10. I've used these before. They're fine, and, in a pinch, use them, a few times or whatever. So quickly threw that on just to get some cover. Rain lasted for about 30 seconds. 10 minutes later, 30 seconds of drizzle again. And that's pretty much that. So what's pretty cool is I have bathrooms literally right behind me, and then the water is right here in walking distance. So I am making breakfast, coffee, and then I'm going to try to walk around in here for a little bit. I'm going to try to find two, maybe like 4-foot sticks, so I can prop up the front here and then over here and make like a canopy. This way it's not like teepee angle. So I'll run through all that later. Right now it is breakfast time. So I got my little tea kettle. Again, it's a bulky item. There's other options, but I've used this thing for such a long time. Flame. Boil some water. Now, this is what I ended up ordering online. I was originally, so I work with Backpackers Country, where I order their stuff and talk about their stuff. So I went to order some stuff yesterday, or the night before, from Amazon. They have this Kathmandu curry that is just awesome. And I had already put a bunch of things in the cart, and the Kathmandu curry was out. I was pretty bummed. These Mountain House ones are pretty decent. I had a chili mac last night. I'm doing a spicy Southwest skillet this morning for breakfast. And then I got a thing of granola that you warm up. Now, these you can buy at Walmart. They don't have all the options. They do have a pretty good selection. But I had ordered something else from Amazon. Otherwise, I would have just went to Walmart to grab this stuff. So, yeah, breakfast time, and then I'm going to get some coffee going, walk around, find some sticks. We're going to get the day bag set up for our hike. Probably got like a 20-minute bike ride into Menominee Falls, and we're going to go find this big waterfall. So I'm up. I got a whole day, and we're going to make the best of it. That's why we're out here. So I do got to stop at this store that's in here, I guess. I got to get some more firewood. I got to see what they have there, and I don't know. We'll see what the day brings. Let's get to cooking.
Video start.
Alright, well, I'm geared up. I gotta run. I'm gonna run to Walmart real quick. It's a couple miles down the road. And then go to Menominee Falls. Check out this big waterfall. It's a Leopard Dam. And there's like some trails back there. So I will fill you guys in on the history of that when we get there. But for now, I'm gonna grab a couple of carabiners. I left some small ones that I have at the house because I want to build this canopy. I did find 2 sticks that we should be able to raise that thing up. I'm gonna check out the water situation. I think this is well water. I don't really want to drink that. Yeah, so I might buy a Sawyer filtration system from Walmart, which sucks because I get a discount with Sawyer, but whatever, it is what it is. So that's what we're doing. Onward bound.
Video start.
All right, so before I leave, just to show you guys, so this is the little spot that I booked. So like, it's almost like on the website they stood right here and took a picture. So like right where the hammock is, I saw those two trees and I'm like, okay, I hope that's a good distance, which turned out it is. So I have a 11-foot hammock. So I need good distance away from the trees. There's 2 porta potties right here, but that building right there is actually a bathroom as well. And then this was such a pain in the ass trying to find this at night. I walked right by it because who the fuck would see this? But right here is this little doghouse looking thing. This is the water station. And then it's kind of like this community firewood thing. But yeah, and then that's the water. What's up, bro?
Video start.
Alright, so since it was dark when I came in here, I got lost. I could not find the site. And then park ranger came by. So I was able to figure it out then with a little help. But yeah, I mean, not like a normal or I guess traditional campground. So it's basically just like sites carved out in the woods, really. It's really what it is. Definitely more kind of roughing it, just because like water and electric are not on the actual campsite like you'd see at a more traditional place. So you gotta walk to get water. No electricity out here at all. So definitely bringing battery packs or a generator if you come. But I mean, that's kind of cool though too, where it kind of keeps me disconnected from things. I mean, that was the whole point of being out here. So the one thing, like, you know, again, because this was last minute, normally I would have the bike kind of gone over. I drop it off at a bike shop. So I got a nasty squeak. So I gotta have them take the hubs apart, kind of clean everything out. And then my chain fell off on my way home from work, and I think I bent one of the links, so it skips, which kind of sucks. So it like makes it unsafe to switch gears. So I've been riding in this one gear, which is horrible. But yeah, I was like not seeing signage yesterday, so I was like riding all over this place. But it's pretty huge. It's like dog walk areas that are gigantic. It's an archery range. You can go scuba diving. So we'll check out the beach later. So this dude brought me some firewood, which was awesome. So like rode up to the offices up here. So much easier to see stuff during the day. But I rode up here thinking it was like a little store type thing. And it's literally just like a county office. But yeah, so I talked to him about some firewood. So he ended up bringing me some. So I gotta head up to Walmart. I gotta grab a couple things and pull a little bit of cash out so I can pay for the firewood. But yeah, so this is over here. This is the dog exercise area. Look how gigantic this is. It's just huge. Huge area. And then there's another one on that side for large breed dogs. There's like trails that they can run on. It's pretty cool. But anyway, all right, I gotta find Walmart, which is like 2 miles. So we're gonna run there real quick, and then we're gonna head to the waterfall. So I will see you guys in a little bit.
Video start.
All right, so at Walmart, I packed up so quick. Really irritated me because I forgot my propane and the burner that goes on top. So I brought food to cook while I'm hiking, and I couldn't cook it. So I ended up having to spend like 25 bucks on a small propane tank and another burner. The other thing I found, these little hiking sticks are like 20 bucks. Originally I wasn't gonna buy them, but I thought about the canopy. The sticks obviously are free, it's cheaper. Those are 20 bucks, something I've been meaning to buy for my son anyway. So I ended up getting those. But getting ready to leave, and all of a sudden some raindrops. Checked the radar, and we got a storm coming in, of course, right? Why wouldn't there be? So I'm gonna hang out here. It's not a bad storm, it's gonna be a drizzle essentially, but I got too much electronics with me. So we're gonna hang out here for about a half an hour and then be on our way. About 15 minutes away from Menominee Falls, so check it out.
Video start.
All right, onward bound. I don't know. The only way to get there is coming down this main road and then this county road, which is pretty sketch. There's no bike path, there's no sidewalks, but it's the only way to get to where I'm going. No trail. So 12 minutes away. It's hope I don't get killed on my way there. See what happens.
Video start.
All right, Menominee River Parkway. So I would imagine when I take my cross-country trip, I'm going to be dealing with like a lot of this type of stuff. Just driving through towns, neighborhoods, using trail systems like this. So that storm kicked up the wind a bit. Yeah, this is what I'm on, so 4 minutes. See where it takes us.
Video start.
Turn left onto Main Street, then turn right onto Mill Street.
Alright, so this is downtown Menominee Falls. Main Street right here. This is the main street. So the big waterfall is right off of this.
Turn right onto Mill Street, then your destination will be on the right.
Cute little like historic type town. Right? So, and somewhere over here is supposed to be able to pick up. There we go, there's the trail sign. Oh. Alright, so right up here on my left is the trail. So I
Your
want to.
destination is on the right.
It's definitely not on the right. I'm gonna find a place to lock up my bike, and then jump on this trail. I kind of don't want to take the bike because I don't know essentially what I'm gonna run into. So, alright, well, we're going to lock the bike up and be on our way. Alright, well, I'm here, officially on my way. So, I think I'm going to go down this way and see what we can see. Just give it a try. I don't know where I'm at. I've never been here. So, let's just check it out, see what happens. Alright, here we go. So yeah, stuff like this is why I bring the sandals, just in case, like, if there was a trail over there you had to cross, I wouldn't get my shoes and socks wet. It's pretty. What is it? Oh, it's a little chipmunk. I was like, what is that? What are you eating, buddy? Little crazy? Little crazy guy? I don't know how far in I can follow this. I may have to go to my left, but we're gonna cross over anyway. I'm gonna try it. I get the walking stick for a little extra balance. Ooh, look at little baby waterfall. So this is what I assumed it would be, following the river. There's the big waterfall, and then you got all these little tiny falls. That's what I figured. All right, so we're gonna cross. It's only about an inch here. It should be fine. All right. So I thought I saw another one over here too. Oh yeah, there's a couple little baby ones going on down the river. I don't think I'm going to be able to get to that. Maybe. Oh yeah. Definitely have kind of a lot of gear. It's really just the water. So the day bag is from Hyperlight Mountain Gear, and I've got my cook pot, the little stove and burner. I got a Mountain House granola that I'll heat up in a little bit. Couscous. Make a lemon chicken couscous. It's pretty nice. So we'll make a lemon chicken couscous, and then we'll have that. Probably have the granola in a little bit, and then lemon chicken couscous for kind of like an early dinner. I have my first aid kit with me that I carry with me on protests, so it's kind of big. So one thing I do need to invest in a smaller bag. This way on like little trips like this, little 24-hour, 48-hour trips, I don't have to carry such a big bag. What else? I'm trying to think. I've got multiple waters on me. Some electronics to film stuff. The hiking sticks. Yeah, and then cigarettes. So we'll walk down by my left. Let's see what this is all about. Kind of just a little cliff. Not really leading down to any water or anything. So that water, here's the water. That water out of that faucet down at the campground is definitely yellow. Ooh, look at it. I gotta walk down the little steps. I would imagine maybe the big waterfall is behind me. So maybe or it's in front of me, who knows, I don't know, but I would think it's behind me. And then if it is, we'll check that out on our way out. Yeah, see, like this, like there's a trail that leads up there. So like walking across here, like I would put my sandals on. Great way, you know, dip your feet in, get cool, especially when it's hot. But this is a good thing too, where, you know, only carrying like 1 or 2 water bottles and then having a water filtration system, filter out water from the actual river. It's less weight that you're carrying on you. Almost looks like the end of the line. Well, I guess I could follow. I'd have to cross. This shall be interesting. Another reason to utilize the walking stick. Hopefully I don't fucking bite it. It's a little deep there. I kind of don't want to stop to put the sandals on. Look at, here's a head-on shot. I'm going to take a picture of that. I'll be right back. Alright, so I've crossed over. Kind of a skinnier trail. We'll just follow this down. See. So this is where I was trying to get to. I was trying to get to the other side, but it was kind of thick. So we'll see what's up. So a little off the trail. Trail's over to my right. I figure we could walk this. Sure, certain times of the year this is covered in water. I'm actually glad I bought this walking stick. It's not the best walking stick from Walmart, but if you're a beginner, it'll work. I'd probably go with Black Diamond. They have way nicer hiking sticks. More expensive, but they're quality. This thing, like certain holds, I kind of feel like it's gonna snap. Super pretty out here, though. It's peaceful, man. Get away from all the chaos. Been surrounded by chaos for a year. So this is the first trip I've taken in quite a while. But yeah, I mean, pretty much, I guess, kind of your typical forest, you know, following a river, little trails. So definitely a nice little escape. Good for a little day trip. So yeah, all right, well, I'm going to shut the camera off. I'm going to enjoy scenery for a little while and come back. And we got some more stuff. Peace.
Video start.
So there's basically the history of this is with all these waterfalls. There's a lot of limestone, and when they first discovered this, I want to say 1864. I'll have to double check that date. If you guys want to look that up. But yeah, so when they first discovered all the limestone, they were using it to build stuff out here. I don't really see a sign. Maybe behind me. I think there's a sign. Let's see what this sign says. Pretty big structure. You'll see this waterfall too. So that's the thing. Like I said earlier, it's the structure of like these little, I mean, they're not necessarily waterfalls. It's just a running river. Menominee River and Lower Falls. Prior to the earliest settlement of the village, the Menominee River was an important resource for the Menominee and Chippewa Indian tribes who lived in the area. The Menominee River was named after the Native American word Menomonee, which means wild rice in pre-settlement days. The river was a meandering, easy-flowing stream except for a series of natural falls and rapids which occurred between Main Street and the lime kilns. The waterfall at this site recalls the natural character of the Leper Dam and Mill Pond. Early settlers of the village used the river's step-like descent to develop several water powered mills. One such development was a sawmill constructed at this site in 1856 by Charles, I don't know, Nehs it looks like. This site was also the location of the Mace lime kilns built in 1891. Two of the original, I don't know, process are still visible today. Huh. So, that's what that is. Pretty interesting. Alright, let's see what else is going on up here.
Video start.
Alright, so we're walking. I'm on the main trail. I think I'm back by my bike, so I'm going to go the other direction. I pretty much came from this area. And we got to find the big dam. And I got a story to tell you guys. I just had probably like a half-hour long conversation that was pretty interesting. So I'll fill you guys in when I switch over to the phone. Kind of take a little break, see what time it is, and try to find a spot that sit down and eat. Whip up some of that granola. Alright, so this is where we started, and we went to the right. I'm going to go to the left now. So this bridge that I'm passing, I just met the wife of the gentleman that built this bridge. Ooh, there's the falls right there. See if I can see from down here. So this is the big waterfall. So yeah, this bridge, that's who I was having a conversation with. Quite interesting. We're getting a little deeper. Just trying to see if, there we go. I mean, not the biggest waterfall in the world, huh? See if I can figure out a way to get over there. Get some pictures. I'll be back.
Video start.
Alright, there she is. This is what I came out here to see.
Video start.
Alright, so there's the tunnel that I was in. A lot of algae, kind of gross. Hoping it would be a little clearer. I want to try to get a hold of the stone quarry and see if maybe like I can get an interview and a tour. I've never been in one. I mean, probably naturally, right? Because it's private property. They dig for rocks. But it just looks so beautiful. So there she is. So kind of this like historical town, this little like Victorian kind of style to some of the houses that are out here, and it's a little town, cute little town. Yeah, I don't know. Talk to people and see if maybe there's something else we should be visiting while we're out here. We'll see.
Video start.
I guess we'll film a little bit of the town so you guys can see. Look at this little camper. That's what I need. Yeah, so this street, I'm on Water Street. Basically, I was at Water in Maine. And I turned down Water. So this follows the river to my left. Down there. Yeah, I figure I'd just wander a couple of these streets and see. I know TPR came out here, I want to say back in the early days. They haven't been out here in a long time. I figure I'd just go up to this corner, check it out. So Google just really lists like a bunch of parks and whatever. One of which is Menomonee Park, where I'm staying. But a lot of these buildings out here are from the 1860s. The one I just passed. down here. Get a shot of the river and then head back. All right. Pretty town. All right, let's head back.
Video start.
All right, so this is Main Street. Deposit worn U.S. flags. Huh. Paint your own pottery. A lot of like little kind of pub and grill style places out here. See what's down this way. We'll be back.
Video start.
Yeah, I mean, I passed this kid who was on a bike, just like a little distraught. He was trying to cross this street, actually. He was like almost in tears when I saw him. Now I know why. Thanks, buddy. Maybe he just needed to stand in the street like that. Oh, alright, so I saw this thing. I didn't know what it was. I mean, obviously some kind of park, but Saw a bunch of trees. We'll go over there in a minute. But these flags over here. Well, I don't know how well that comes up on this camera, but you got US flag, and then there is a black flag with a blue line on it, which is a back the blue flag. So this town is definitely pretty pro-police. So the conversation I was going to have with you guys when I pull the phone out, I was going to tell you what happened. I wanted to film, but they weren't okay with being on camera. So I want to tell you about this conversation I had with these people. So it was a little, since this town is like so pro-police, it was definitely surprising to meet people and hear the stories that I heard. Oh, I was hoping this trail would have went back in these woods. Doesn't look like it. All right, well, been out here for several hours hiking. Short on the video, but yeah, I think it's time to head back. Let's get back to the bike, and I think I might just head back to the campground and go eat over there. Not too far, maybe half hour away. So we'll go make some lunch at the campground. Let's get this canopy set up. I do want to play around with the ridge line, which is what the tarp is hanging on. So I specifically bought 2 little components for a ridge line. I kind of want to play with that. So we'll see how that turns out. So, all right, well, I'm going to shut the camera off. I will catch you guys back at the campground, and I'll tell you the story while I'm getting my food ready. So, Menominee Falls, Wisconsin, everybody. Small town. See you soon.
Video start.
All right, out of downtown Menominee Falls. We are on Bugline, GPS calls it Boogline, Bugline Trail. We're taking this for 2.5 miles. The squeak on this bike is extremely annoying. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I bought lube. I mean, I've lubed the bike up a few times. Just it has not gotten rid of it. So there's something inside, I think the front hub. So it all just needs to be cleaned out, re-oiled. So heading back now. 23 minutes away. So typical trail system. This is one of the main trails out here. So we were on this coming from a different direction when we were coming into Menominee Park. we had to hit this trail for a little bit. So we'll take this 2.5 miles, and we got about 2 more miles to go after that. And we'll be back at base camp. So I'll see you guys back at camp unless we find something exciting to film on the way. All right, so I have my ultralight hammock. I ended up purchasing hammock straps that have this little daisy chain in it. I have other hammock straps. They don't have a daisy chain, and I end up using whoopee slings, but I bought these. I wanted to check these out. Whoopee slings are sometimes a pain in the ass. So that is wrapped around the tree. You'll have to kind of double or triple wrap if the trees are skinny, like mine are. I have a little gear sling. Underneath, I've got another sling that I like put my shoes and my hat, things like that, whatever. The bug net, it's kind of a $20-$30 bug net. I like this style just because the middle, at night, I'll be sitting in the hammock. I do smoke, so it's nice to just be able to unzip, kind of stick my head out. I do have an ultralight bug net that kind of cinches from one side, but it's a pain in the ass. And yeah, so tarp wise, like I said, I just grabbed this thing from Walmart. It's a painter's tarp. It sucks, but it's fine in a pinch. The tarp I want is it's like $300. But basically, so I have a 11-foot hammock, and I end up buying a 12-foot tarp, like a 9x12. So I'll have 4.5 feet front and back, and then 12 feet lengthwise, so that I got a good 6 inches of hang on each side of the tarp or the hammock, so that I'm not getting wet. If I know it is going to rain, I will typically like hang some string, just so that the water running down will catch the string and then drip off and not be seeping into the hammock itself. These little things, so I've got this little Dutch wear gear clasp. Real simple, just tie a little knot, or at least that's what I did. Wrap it around a tree, hook it to itself. You can use like carabiners, or I'll show you like some other gear that I had. But yeah, so I just purchased this to be able to do that. I was using a carabiner to do this, but this is obviously more lightweight. And then I bought it's called a wasp, because it looks like a wasp. I'm trying to get this camera to focus. This is also from Dutch Wear Gear. So same basic concept as the clasp over there, but this will allow you to kind of move your ridge line to tighten it or loosen it, whatever. And then I have extra string. So, but yeah, so that's those are 2 new pieces of gear that I got, and then the straps are new. So next step then is to set up the tarp, the way kind of that A-frame, because it does hang on the sides. I'm able to put doors on each side, so then I have a bit more privacy. So I do that at night, but because it's daytime, we're just gonna A-frame the back of it, and then have canopy in the front. So I'm gonna get that set up and show you guys. All right, so put the tarp up, basically, you know, where the corners are as even as they're going to be. So it's in this A-frame style. Now, like I said, with it in the A-frame, so I don't stake down this last corner one, you know, down this way. I stake the middles in these grommets here. So then basically what I can do, just how that's, let me see if I can get this. So like how that's folded in like that, it essentially creates doors on each side. So then I'm enclosed in. Gives you a bit more privacy, you know, if you need to change, or, you know, you sleep in your underwear, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, so at night I usually do that. I put the doors on, just because, you know, it's a bit more secure, feels like you're in a tent. So, and then, you know, same thing on this side. The one thing though that I noticed from, you know, like I said, I had one of these before. So the grommets on the sides were off center, and I had a grommet more up towards the ridge line, and then I would tie a prusik knot up here, which is basically what this is, and then carabine with you know, right to the prusik knot. And what that does is, you see how like the tarp is sliding, it locks it right in place, so these edges don't slide in. But for some reason, this tarp, the grommets are evenly spaced, so I'm not going to be able to do that. But yeah, so I'm going to start with the back side. I'm going to get that staked down, and then we're going to set up the front canopy. All right, so there's the finished product. So basically, I mean, it's a lot of playing around, trying to not lose your mind, getting these things center, and taut. But yeah, so I do the two in the center just to build that canopy, to give us a little bit of shade. Even if it's raining, like, again, we're not hidden and cooped up underneath an A-frame. We can still see out. Droop the corners down a little bit, let the rain fall off. The back, during the day, if I'm doing this, I'll actually stake off each of the corners just to open it up, get that airflow coming from underneath on the backside. And to, you know, it depends too, the wind direction. So you don't, you know, if the wind is blowing at like this way, you don't want that backside completely down, and then there's no airflow at all. But yeah, now we got a nice place to just chill, be in some shade, keep cool, cook, you know, whatever. But yeah, that's usually what I do. I would have done this last night had I gotten here earlier. But yeah, so kind of ghetto because we're using a, you know, painter's tarp, but essentially using the right hammock tarp. You know, you'll still be able to do the same thing. Now, again, I ended up, since I was at Walmart, I just said the hell with it, whatever. I ended up buying 2 janky trekking poles. You know, if you have the money to spend, I would recommend purchasing from Black Diamond. They have really, really nice trekking poles. The thing too with like a way better trekking pole, you're not going to have this flat bottom on here. And I don't know, if I haven't even played with these, so I don't know if this comes off and it's reversible, but you really want the one with the spike, because the spike, even on a proper hammock tarp, you're going to have grommets. So the spike's going to go through this, and that's what really holds it, so that this thing's not wobbling around like this. So it's kind of ghetto the way we had to do it, but yeah, that spike will end up going through there. But yeah, otherwise, you know, you're in the woods. So originally, I just found 2 sticks that were the same length. And then, you know, I take the flattest edges. This would probably be a bottom. Take the flattest edges and use that. And that's free, you know. So if you're going kind of bare bones minimum, you could even do it even if you have one trekking pole. Just do it right in the center. And, you know, it's kind of like a house with a A-frame roof. So I mean, there's plenty of ways to do it, but I always keep extra paracord. I am gonna end up replacing this stuff though, because I'm like what I have the wasp on. I'm actually going to be using that instead of paracord. Paracord stretches over time, so it's shit. But I always carry a kind of a bundle with me anyway for stuff like this. And then these little bungee things. But essentially, I'm buying these little guy line clasps that'll hook right into the stake, and again, just maneuverability. So if it starts raining, I can adjust the tarp very, very quickly and not be screwing around with knots and all that type of stuff. I did have a little bit of paracord left, so I just used this grommet, wrapped it around the tree just to prevent this edge from slipping. So tarp's a little bit off center, so I have less room on this side than I do on the other side. So I just tied it off to the tree just to keep it from sliding down. Very quick, simple knot. All I got to do is just pull this string and it's undone. So I use very simple knots on everything. It's all very quick. But yeah, so that's pretty much the house. We'll set up a chair and we'll get to cooking. So that's that. So we'll get to showering. I gotta brush my teeth. Just feel gross. I gotta wash up. Sweating. Not that it really matters because I'm out here by myself, but it's kind of, I got road on me and shit, so we got to get that off. Wash my hands. This water is just, it's yellow. Yellow water. Not a fan. But I have those little like packet like energy electrolytes drink mixes, so it's definitely masking the taste of this water for sure. So, but yeah, I love it. This is my jam. This is where I feel most comfortable, out in these type of environments. So just gonna kick back. I'm gonna stay at base camp and probably leave early tomorrow morning if I want to end up catching that court case. I was gonna say, the funny thing is that, so tomorrow we're ideally, as long as I make it back in time, filming the final decision for the Jay Anderson murder by Joseph Mensah. So tomorrow will be a judge deciding whether or not there's probable cause to charge Mensah with murder. Former Wauwatosa police officer, now a Waukesha County sheriff. And I'm in Waukesha County. So it's kind of weird seeing that, like, I'm where Joseph Mensah is now. So, but whatever. All right, so I'm gonna do all that and then I'll come back and I'm gonna tell you guys that conversation I had. See you soon. All right, so dinner. This table's a mess. So I go with this Near East couscous. This one, roasted garlic and olive oil. Buy this one or Parmesan, which is really good. So we'll open that. My little cook pot. So I found this at a thrift store. It was like $4. It's nice because, like, finding the right size without the handle on it. Like, if there's screws where you can unscrew the handle and take it right off, it's perfect. But some of them, like, you can't unscrew it. So finding this one, fucking bugs everywhere. And a little packet of flavor. One thing I forgot to bring are garbage bags. So maybe, I don't leave garbage anywhere. Like that. Some bacon bits. Just to give it a little bit of flavor. Have some protein in there. And then I do lemon pepper chicken. So these are like $1 something at Walmart. So I usually get this one, and there's a fajita one that's really good. I'm not a tuna person, so I buy the chicken. And then I found these little turkey sausage sticks. So I'll cut up, you know, 1 or 2 of these. I usually bring garlic. Like flavor on my stuff, and then I'll bring a lemon pepper seasoning. Normally, like I'll bring lemon pepper and some type of spicy sauce, just, you know, for the fajita one. Pepper, normally I carry half the size of this, but it was a 2-day trip, so alright, I'll be right back. I'm going to cut up summer sausage, and then we'll get to cooking. Alright, so water is heating up on the little propane stove. I do want to upgrade, so that's why it was kind of irritating that I ended up buying a second one of these. This is heavy as shit. It works though, 18 bucks. It works fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bought a second one. But I do want to upgrade to a way better one that I can adjust the flame. So if I just want to simmer something, sometimes, you know, I'll cook up the summer sausage first, or if I'm lucky enough to get some bacon, you know, or vegetables like at a farmer's market, something like that. This flame is too ridiculous. So, but yeah, the other cool thing, you know, where again this tea kettle is, I mean, it's bulky, right? Most people would not carry that, but it fits perfectly on top of my cook pot, so that after I pour the water in, mix everything up, I can set the tea kettle right on top, and it keeps all that steam in there, keeps it hot, so that my food cooks like perfectly, which is awesome. So these 2 items kind of attached to. So yeah, something I'll always end up bringing with me. I did end up cracking open the roasted garlic chipotle. You know, I have other stuff with me too, like I've got a windscreen for the propane burner in case it's windy. You know, I got coffee and stuff like that. Trying to think what else. Like, obviously my electronics I packed. I have a lot of stuff. So definitely some stuff I'm not going to end up bringing again. There's things I want to be able to upgrade because I don't like how it functions. Look at this chipmunk. Lighter weight stuff, like I said, I want to buy a way lighter backpack. I want to upgrade these dry bags to the hyperlight bags. So, and now that I know that there's a Walmart, like if I ever come back out here, now that I know there's a Walmart 2 miles away, I won't pack as much food, so that 22-mile bike ride is not as gruesome. I haven't eaten as much as I probably should to keep that energy in me. So I really have not gone through a lot of food, and that's where I said, like, I overpacked on food, I overpacked on clothes. You know, I think I brought t-shirts, one long sleeve shirt, one pants, one shorts, swim trunks, because I knew there was swimming, plus the waterfalls. I wasn't sure how that was going to be. 4 pairs of socks, 4 underwear. You know, I'm only gone for essentially a day and a half, right? It's 2 days, but day and a half. So, I mean, again, I overpacked because I wasn't sure how the waterfalls were going to be, how wet I was going to get. You know, I brought my hiking shoes, the sandals, and then I have a pair of flip-flops, which I love wearing, just wearing the flip-flops around camp. It's way more comfortable. Yeah, I brought like several things of bug spray because I just knew this was going to be bug and mosquito heaven. So I usually go with permethrin that I spray on my clothes and my bags. And then I use Picardin, either the spray or the lotion. And then I use the Repel lemon and eucalyptus. I stopped using that 40 deep shit. This stuff mainly, like, I'll spray this on me because it does work, but I'll generally spray this like on the bug net and like the inside of the where the hammock is and everything, because there's gonna be bugs that end up getting in there. You know, a couple knives. You bring a bunch of cord with you. I brought a citronella candle. I was looking for this other brand that I usually get. They didn't have it. I ended up buying this bulky, heavy thing. So, definitely some stuff I'm going to leave home next time. But, whatever. It is what it is. Alright, I'm going to check my water, and I'll get back at you guys. Alright, so food is cooking. Getting a little fire started. So while I was at Walmart today, I just picked up like these little self-starter, little fire log things. I bought this like powder stuff yesterday that, I don't know. I mean, it lit immediately, but it took forever to get the wood to ignite. So I bought 3 of these just because I wasn't sure if we were going to have the same issues. But so far, it looks to be all right. So we're going to get a little fire started, get some smoke in the area, because the mosquitoes will be out, I'm sure. But yeah, other than that, it's just relaxing. Pop on probably a little podcast. And kind of get everything situated. So, got a massive mess going on right now. Probably later on after dinner, whip up a little cup of coffee. Just relax, hang out. Take a walk before it gets dark. And then sit by the fire. So, not really like a s'mores and, making little camp pies and things like that type of trip. Just too much to carry. It's a pain in the ass. I'm on my bike. No cooler, So, yeah, that's what I'm rocking. A lot of people left today, so not too many people in the park. So it should be a little quieter. I mean, it was pretty quiet anyway, but it should definitely be a little quieter. So, yeah, that is that. I'm excited. Time to relax. All right, what's up, everyone? So, fire's going. Dinner is done. Making some coffee now. Sitting here watching some podcasts. Just hanging out, man. Super quiet around here. A lot of people that are around me are actually leaving. So, I essentially have this whole area by myself, which is super nice. it's kind of just organizing, getting some stuff ready for tomorrow. I don't know, man. I'm really thinking about just live streaming that case from here, kind of phone to phone instead of phone to computer like normal. Um, just not looking forward to getting up at 6, make breakfast, have everything torn down and packed by 7, and then a 2 hour long ride. And for whatever reason, if I'm running behind schedule, like I was yesterday, I was an hour behind. I'm not even going to make it in time for the start of this court case. So I think I might leave after and start trekking. But yeah, that's kind of that. So while I was out on the waterfall hike, I kind of hit the main trail coming back to the bike, where those two big tower things were. And I came across these 3 older people, and they kind of saw the gear and whatever, and asked if I was a photographer. Kind of, told them I was a civil rights journalist, blah blah blah, and they're like, "Oh, well, we have a story for you," and started telling me that they marched with Father Grappi, and way back in like mid to late 60s, 68. And they were kind of telling me about what it was like to march with Father Grappi. I've live streamed in Milwaukee with Father Grappi's daughter and TPR. So we kind of know that backstory. Sean and Maddie with Bullhorn Films put out a little documentary. And yeah, so it was kind of crazy to be out in Menomonee Falls and meet 3 people that marched with him. And they were just telling me what the whole thing was like, and kind of comparing that time to today, differences, similarities. So it was kind of interesting. It's like I'm all the way out in Menomonee Falls. I'm at this campground. I go on this little hike, just trying to really get away from things. And here, I find myself talking about protest world anyway. But it was really kind of cool, kind of refreshing, to talk with people older than me that marched during that time. So yeah, it was pretty interesting. So I just kind of been reflecting on that. Kind of got to hear their stories, kind of their life and all that. So yeah, it was very, very interesting little trip. So yeah. So I just been sitting here. I'm waiting on my coffee. You guys have seen me brew coffee inside of some of the hotel rooms. That's how I do it out here. So yeah, working on that. And then my little snack. I got some little trail mix by Second Nature. These things are awesome. It's got cranberries and stuff in there, different types of nuts, dark chocolates. They're awesome. My little chipmunk friend, I had a Cliff Bar inside like a hip, like a pocket on the hip thing. I can't even think. I'm so tired. And the little son of a bitch, I don't know how he did it, but there's no hole in the hip pocket, but there was holes in the packaging. So yeah, I haven't had that happen before. That was new and interesting, but yet no holes in the hip pockets. So chipmunks are ruthless over here, like nonstop. They're just all back here, just running around, and they keep going in my bag. And so yeah, definitely put your food up if you come here. But yeah, it's pretty much that. I've not found a shower area. I don't know where that is. So I kind of just washed the top of me, and kind of waiting for it to go dark so I can, I don't know, maybe put the bathing suit on, kind of wash up a little bit. Maybe tomorrow morning. I don't know. I just hate getting in the hammock all scuzzy, sleeping in that, but whatever, it is what it is. Yeah, it's pretty much that. I took some pictures today, posted one in the private group that I'll end up sharing later on, probably on the Instagram channel. Yeah, man, I'm just kind of loving this getaway. So, but leaving here probably after the hearing. Hopefully, it's a good result. Either way, though, it's gonna be kind of head home, get there quickly, as quick as possible, and shower, maybe get a little bit of rest, and then film whatever is taking place tomorrow after the hearing. So whether that's going to be a joyous march or whether that is going to be a very irritated march. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. Hopefully this one goes through. It's the first time that a John Doe hearing like this towards a police officer has ever happened in the state of Wisconsin, so it's a very historical moment, just that in itself. Throughout this entire thing, Wauwatosa Police Department has been exposed on so many levels, which, is a victory right there because people are aware of things now. So now we'll just see if Joseph Mensah gets convicted or found to have probable cause that he murdered Jay Anderson. Then after that, a special prosecutor would have to be put on the case, and then Mensah would be formally charged, and then go through the whole trial portion of things, and get his day in court. So we'll see what happens. So fingers crossed. But for now, I'm gonna get back to this fire, get this coffee, and just enjoy my time away from the real world. So I love it. I absolutely love it. So I will catch you guys later on.
Video start.
All right, well, time to head back home, unfortunately. So all packed up and got a 22-mile bike ride ahead of me. Hoping to not be as far behind as I was coming up here, because I was an hour behind schedule. So hopefully fewer stops. We'll see what happens though. But thanks for joining, and try to shoot some of these videos periodically as I get time off, because I need it for sure. So thanks for tuning in. Catch you guys later.